Welcome to Camp Jackson, 5 miles east of Scottsboro on the Tennessee River. Hi, I'm JT Dabbs, Scout Executive of the Greater Alabama Council Boy Scouts of America. Thanks for taking a few minutes to join with me as I talk a little bit about the history of Camp Jackson, but more importantly about its future and where we're going with this wonderful property. Camp Jackson was first purchased by the Tennessee Valley Council back in 1967 and began operating as its summer camp program. Many summers of wonderful activities and year-round programs were held here at Camp Jackson. Sometime during the 90s, the Tennessee Valley Council ceased operating Camp Jackson as a summer camp. Then in 1997, the Tennessee Valley Council, the Choccolocco Council, and the Central Alabama Council consolidated operations into the Greater Alabama Council. Since then, the Greater Alabama Council has operated Camp Jackson along with 4 other properties. These 5 properties provide wonderful activities and programs for the Scouts and Scouters throughout our council. Since we've been operating Camp Jackson, we've held high adventure base programs here, weekend activities, and opportunities for Scouts from the Comer Scout Reservation to come over during the summer. So wonderful memories and opportunities have been built over the past 12 to 13 years that Camp Jackson has been operating under the Greater Alabama Council. As many of you know, a year ago, April 27, 2011, a devastating tornado hit this area. The tornado came over the ridge down into Camp Jackson, doing countless damage to acres of forest and to our buildings. As you may know, Camp Jackson on one side is bordered by the Tennessee River, and on the other side by steep ridges and the Pinnacle. So the tornado came down by the river doing damage in the flat area of the camp. Since then, we've worked hard to make repairs and do other things, but before I get into some of that detail, I wanted to share with you a little bit about the vision of this camp and the things we're going to do with it. Before the tornado destruction to Camp Jackson, the Executive Board of the Greater Alabama Council had developed a strategic plan to improve and expand the programs offered at Camp Jackson. These plans included new hiking trails, mountain biking trails, and the equipment to support a mountain biking program. New opportunities for aquatics and canoeing activities were also planned. We wanted to develop Camp Jackson as a caving and aquatics base. We also plan on updating the camp headquarters and updating the dining hall. Obviously, with the damage to camp, we had to shut the property down and evaluate what to do next. Under the leadership of our Camp Jackson Committee, chaired by board member Gene Hess, the council began planning for the future for this camp. They met with the insurance company, local contractors, countless volunteers and agencies to develop a strategy for restoring this property. While they were working on restoring the property, they also made plans to continue the vision and strategic rebuild of this camp as an important asset for the council. That committee has been working hard, and I'm proud to report a year later they've made incredible progress. Many of you have asked, as I've visited your districts, when is Camp Jackson going to open back up so we can use it? And honestly, I cannot tell you for sure what that date is. I know the committee is working very hard to make that happen very soon. Many of you have also asked, is the council going to just use this opportunity to shut down Camp Jackson and quit using it as a camping experience? And I can assure you that is not going to happen. Gene Hess and that committee is very dedicated in the work that they're doing in making this camp an important and valuable asset for our council and continuing with the vision of doing all the wonderful things that we plan on doing here at camp. On April 28th, there will be a restoration update and guided tour of the camp, one at 10 a.m. and another one at 1 p.m. These tours are limited to 75 people per tour, and so please check the Digital Eagle or our website for information on how to sign up. The tours will be led by Camp Jackson Committee Chairman Gene Hess and Forestry Management Committee Chair Hayes Brown. This will give you a chance to see firsthand what we have done and where we're going. A resource that I would encourage each family in our council to take advantage of is Alabama Safety Net. Alabama Safety Net was developed by Barron Services. Bob Barron, who is the president of that company, is a member of our executive board, and he donated that system to the state of Alabama. And it's a way that you can subscribe to early warning messages either through text or email that can let you know if there's severe weather or tornadoes headed your way. And I would encourage each of you to take advantage of that. Many of our families in our council have been devastated by tornadoes, and this is a way to keep your family safe and to have an early warning system that will give you peace of mind, and more importantly, peace of mind for the Scouts that we serve. I first visited Camp Jackson back in 1984 as part of the Order of the Ariel Section Conclave. Had a wonderful weekend, great experience in the OA, and that's when I really saw what a beautiful camp this was. I really fell in love with this property and all that it had to offer for scouting. I've been back here many times since in my different capacities here in the council, and I'm very excited about the future of this camp. Standing here at Tinker's Landing, I'm reminded about the work that we did over a decade ago in preparing this camp for its future. Tinker's Landing, named in honor of Jim Tinker, former Scout executive, at that time saw great potential in this camp, and our board has developed its own vision of wonderful things for this camp, and I look forward to seeing where that goes. Our committee chairman, Gene Hess, and his committee have done an incredible job in making a difference in this property. I look forward to seeing the day when we open Camp Jackson back up for you to use. This, along with the other 4 properties, are wonderful resources that we have available to us. As I mentioned in an earlier video, I encourage each of you to take advantage of the programs and opportunities at all of our camp properties. Thank you for taking a few minutes to join with me as we talk about Camp Jackson and its future. I look forward to seeing you on the Pinnacle.